Now, I know we are done with 2020, literally and figuratively, but I have some products that I want to share with you guys that were my favorite product discoveries of last year, 2020. So if you're interested in seeing my favorite beauty and lifestyle discoveries from last year, then just keep watching. But let me quickly introduce myself for those of you who may be new here. My name is Ayesha. I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're into, please make sure you go ahead and subscribe now. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So the products that I'm going to be sharing with you today are ones that help make 2020 just a bit better for me. I know 2020 overall was kind of a I don't know type of year, but there were some good times to it, and some of these products really help with that. So let's get to it. So first we're going to start out with makeup, and to be completely honest, I did not wear a lot of makeup in 2020. Most of the year I didn't wear any makeup except for eyebrow pencil because I was wearing a mask all the time, and generally I would wear makeup every day to work. That's my norm. However, since I've been having to wear a mask every day, I don't wear makeup to work anymore. So that took out a lot of my makeup use this year. But there are times when I did wear makeup, and I do have a few favorites. So the first product I have here is the NARS Tinted Glow Booster. So I have it in two shades. The first shade here is Barbuda, and then the other shade I have is Tangsy. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. But these do the same thing. They are both luminizing products that help to just make your skin look more luminous. They can be used under makeup, over makeup, mixed with foundation. I typically apply them on my face sort of like a primer, and then I apply my makeup over it. I also mix it with some foundations, and it kind of will help bring some life to very matte foundation. So I like both of them. They're both favorites. I have Tangsy longer, so I've used it a lot more. However, I like Barbuda as well because it really helps to darken up foundations that may be like a smidge too light for me. And if I wanted to, I could just apply it around my outer perimeter of my face where I have natural darkness. And that kind of helps blend foundation a little bit better. Hopefully that makes sense. You can apply these on top of foundation, but they're really not very like shiny like a traditional liquid highlighter would be. But if you like that natural type of highlight, this definitely works for that as well, if you just want to apply it like on your high points like cheekbones and forehead and whatnot. So yes, I love these. I feel like they're very versatile, and I like that they're not like the shimmery liquid highlighter that we may be used to. The next makeup item that I have to share with you guys is actually a blush, and this is also from NARS, and this is the shade Savage. Now I believe this was just released this year. I may be wrong on that, but I definitely got it this year, and I have used it a ton since I got it. I'm actually wearing it today. Maybe hard to see. I'm wearing pretty light makeup because I went to breakfast earlier and I didn't want to be too done up. I've also taken a nap, so keep that in mind, but I am wearing it, and I just love the like natural kind of glowy tan finish that it gives. Now you definitely can go overboard with this, but I feel like if you use a light hand on my skin tone, it just looks really, really good. If you're familiar with NARS Lovejoy, it's kind of similar to that, but in my opinion, Lovejoy is more of a rosy tone, whereas this is more of a bronzy tone, and this is really like a stellar blush for the summer, especially when I was a little bit darker. So if you are darker than me, get this. You need it in your life. You need it. Don't ask any questions. Just go ahead, pause the video. I have the link down below. Go get it now and then come back to the video, okay? So yes, NARS Savage was a must-have for me this year. The next makeup item I have is actually a mascara, and this year I stopped getting lash extensions because of COVID. So because of that, I was kind of used to having that length in my lashes, and so I was on the hunt for a new mascara. I tried a couple, but this is the standout one, and this is from L'Oreal. It's the Bambi Eye Mascara, and I have to admit, this is probably the first drugstore mascara that I've fallen in love with in quite a while. But I love it. It just really helps to give me that length and separation that I'm looking for. Now, as far as volume, it does not give me a ton of volume. It gives me a little bit, but mainly it's length and separation. And I know we all very finicky on what we like for our lashes, but for me, that's what I was looking for. And that's what this gave me. This could actually even give me that spider effect lash if I wanted it to. Like if I throw on a lot of it. So just depending on what type of look you're going for, I felt like this just worked really, really nice. And I don't find that it flakes or smears underneath my eyes. So I really, really love this one. Again, I know mascara is very subjective, but this is the one that worked for me this year. Now I am wearing it today. However, I applied it very lightly just because of what I was doing earlier. I didn't want to be too done up. Before we go any further, let me quickly say, I know my voice sounds weird. I am getting over something, so I'm sorry if it's bothersome. I feel fine, but I know my voice sounds a bit strange, so I just want to address the elephant in the room. So for the lips, I had two favorite glosses this year, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier, but these are like just things I discovered this year. This doesn't mean that if you don't see it in this video that I don't still love a product. These are just ones that I discovered this year. I should have made that clear at the very beginning, but if I didn't, that's what this is. But anyway, one of my favorite glosses that I discovered this year is from Sephora, and I believe the line is called Glossed. And the shade that I have it in is #blessed. This is the only shade I have, but I really like it. I'm not really sure why I haven't picked up more colors at this point, but I do really love the color that I have. I'm wearing it today, and it's like a taupey brown shade. And I like how glossy it is without being like sticky or goopy on the lips. I feel like it's just very comfortable, and it gives me the shine that I like without looking like chicken grease all over my mouth or something. I don't know. But I really like it, and I love the price as well. I think these are like $10 or $12. The other gloss that I have here is from Maybelline, and this is one of their lifter glosses, and I have it in the shade Amber. And I just really like the smooth caramel color of this. Again, just like the gloss that I'm wearing, this one is also very comfortable. It feels very nice on the lips, and it looks nice and shiny without looking like overdone. And I like the color that it provides as well. I tend to like glosses that are not super opaque. Like, I don't like liquid lipsticks that look glossy, if that makes sense. So if I'm wearing a gloss, I usually want it to be somewhat sheer, just for reference. So yes, I really like the color on this one, and I'm glad I decided to take a chance by picking this up. So that was it for makeup. I do have a couple of other beauty items to share. The first one is Grande Lash MD, and this is a lash serum. Now I have to admit, I've been very lazy about using this over the past like month or two. However, when I was using this regularly, I really saw the difference in my lashes. This helped me not miss my eyelash extensions. Honestly, it did. This really helped to extend the length of my lashes. It also helped to really grow out those little tiny lashes that I have like in between like my longer lashes, if that makes sense. So I don't necessarily think that it made my lashes thicker, like more hairs per lash area, but it helped grow those tiny lashes so that they appear thicker. Hopefully that makes sense. But I just really cannot recommend this enough. I didn't experience any darkening of my eyelids. I know that can be a side effect of this, but I didn't experience any. I had no adverse effects from it. So I will continue to use this as long as I find it relevant. And yeah, I need to get back to using it every night, because I can tell the difference when I've kind of stopped using it regularly, as opposed to when I was using it like every single day. A skincare item that I have is from the brand The Ordinary, and this is a niacinamide and zinc solution. And I've actually been using this as a daytime serum. You can use it twice a day, but I typically just use it in the mornings after washing my face. And niacinamide has a ton of beneficial effects for the face, so make sure you look that up if you're interested. There are so many skincare gurus out there. If you like to watch YouTube, you can find one of them. I am not a skincare guru, so I'm not going to attempt to try to break these skincare products down for you. However, on my skin, I feel like this has really helped with the brightness of my skin, and also it's helped balance my oils in my skin. So I like to use this during the daytime, and I feel like on a daily basis, I can tell the difference on whether I use this or not. This just helps keep me, I guess I would say keep me more matte, but really it just helps to balance my skin. It doesn't make me look dry or anything like that, but it helps to balance my T-zone area. So yes, I've been enjoying it for that reason, but like I said, niacinamide has a ton of benefits for the skin, so look them up if you're interested in finding another skincare item to try, but I've been enjoying this year. I have one hair care product to share with you guys, and this one is from Shea Moisture, and it is the Manuka Honey and Yogurt Hydrate and Repair Protein Power Treatment. I don't know why Shea Moisture has to have the longest names, but I do like their products, so hey. This is basically just a protein treatment mask for the hair, and I really like it because I noticed that it seems to improve the elasticity of my curls, and at the same time it helps provide like a moisture and like a softness to my curl. If you're familiar with using protein treatments, a lot of them, especially like the mask type like this, are meant to, you know, provide protein in your hair, but if you overdo it, they make your hair brittle, and you definitely can't usually like detangle with them. I'm not even gonna lie, I detangle with this when I use it. Like, I feel like it, although I feel like it provides some like substance to my hair strands, I also feel like it softens my hair enough that I don't need to use another conditioner. Now, most times I do use another conditioner just because if I have time to do this mask, then I have time to do a softening or a moisturizing conditioner as well. But honestly, when I put this in and let it sit, that's when I typically detangle my hair, is after after this is sat on my hair for a minute. Then I will just go through with either my fingers or whatever comb I'm using at the time, and I'll detangle with this in my hair. And I feel like that's something to be said when you're talking about a protein treatment. So yes, I've been enjoying this and really happy I found it. And I think a little bit of this goes a long way, because I got this at the beginning of the year and it's only about down to here. So speaking of hair, I could not make this video without mentioning my headband wig, y'all. I am so happy I tried out this wig. I love it. A lot of you guys have asked me how it's holding up. I got a good amount of views on that video, and like a lot of people asked, you know, how was it after I washed it? And I love it. I still think it looks good. I still have not even curled it after washing it because I'm lazy. But I still think that I like the natural kind of wavy look to it. So I'm loving it. I have no complaints, none at all. If I had to think of a complaint, I would say that I wish it was more of my natural color, but it works. I've gotten used to wearing it and it being dark on me. Like, I love it. I love it. Like, it's so easy. It is so easy. So I would highly recommend this wig. I will link it down below if it's still available. I got it from Amazon, so yeah, it wasn't that expensive either. And also, some people have asked on that video if this is human hair. According to the website, it's human hair. I don't know how to test to see if a product is really human hair or not. But if I had to guess, I would say yes, it is human hair, because it doesn't tangle like typically synthetic hair does. And some people mentioned that it was glossy, so it's probably not human hair. But to me, like, it looked more glossy when I first like pulled it out of the package. But since I washed it, it doesn't look that glossy to me. Like, it looks and it feels like it could be human hair, but I'm no expert. I'm just enjoying it. I honestly don't care if it's human hair or not. It's working for me. And I read reviews on it. People talked about how they put heat to it and all of this, and it was fine. So, you know, how do you ever know if they're telling you the truth on whether it's human hair or not? I really don't know. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that since I had quite a few questions on this wig. So that was it for the beauty part of this video. Next, we'll get into some fashion type items. So the first item I want to mention is this blazer that I'm wearing. So this blazer is from Express, and I picked up not one of these blazers. I picked up actually 4 of these blazers in different colors. That's how much I love them. Now, if you're looking for them on Express's website, it could be a little bit hard to find. So I will try to link all 4 of the ones that I have, if they're still available, down below for you guys. But I have it in a ivory, a black, I have this light pink color, and I have a gray. Now, I haven't actually worn the gray or the black outside of my house, but I have worn the ivory and the pink, and it's just, I just love the cut and feel of these blazers. They can just dress up any basic outfit. Like what I'm wearing today is just a white t-shirt and jeans, and that's typically how I like to wear blazers, with something very dressed down, just because that's my style. But you can definitely dress them up as well, and you can even actually wear these into work if you have to dress up for work. And I just like the cut of the blazer, so these have been a definite favorite for me. Actually, I missed the color. I have an orange one too, y'all. I have 5 of these. I have an orange blazer. I know, where am I going with this orange blazer? But the orange, I just love the color on it. I haven't actually worn it outside of my house yet, but I have stuff in mind to wear that orange next year. Like or this year, 2021. I have some occasions to wear that. And if you didn't know, I am a FAMU grad, and so orange and green are our school colors. So why would I ever turn down an orange blazer? Like, why? No, but for real though, I like the way orange looks on me. I'm just gonna be completely honest. Like, the bright pop of orange is just, it's everything. So anyway, tangent over. These blazers are great. No matter what color you see it that you like it in, pick it up. You will not be disappointed. They look Balmain inspired, but I'm fine with that. I don't care. I feel like they're very high quality, and when you get it, they just feel luxe, and I feel like they fit my body shape pretty well, and I didn't even have to go get it altered or anything. The next fashion type item I have is a pair of shoes, and these are from Steve Madden, and I forget the name of these, but I will try to look them up below. I'm pretty sure you can't buy these online anymore, but I had to share them because these are just a staple for me this year. I like the animal print. It's subtle, so I feel like this shoe still goes with everything. And I found myself wearing a lot of like casual sneakers this year. So sometimes I didn't want to wear like Nikes. I wanted to wear something more like this, and I just feel like this goes with so much. I've even worn these to work. They are comfortable, and they go with like everything. And even though they're a little dirty now, I feel like it works. Like, I don't feel like I need to clean them and have them bright white. I feel like the stylish shoe works with them being just like a tad bit dirty, you know? So yeah, any of these type sneakers will work. I know Golden Goose is probably what popularized this type of sneaker, but I just can't do it. I can't do it. I cannot spend $500+ on a Golden Goose dirty looking sneaker. I can't do it. So if you got it like that, do it like that, but I don't. So these worked out perfectly for me this year. So when I was thinking about my favorites for this year, I thought about, you know, what bag or what luxury items can I include? And I was surprised to find that I actually did not purchase a single luxury item this year. That's unbelievable to me. I don't know if there's ever been a year that I didn't purchase at least one luxury item. But this year was the year for me that I didn't purchase anything luxury. And honestly, I don't even feel like I was lacking. Like, of course, I love bags. I love luxury bags. And of course, there have been some that caught my eye. But I just didn't feel like I was in a place where I needed to be buying a luxury bag. And plus, I was kind of spending the money that I would normally spend on luxury bags. I kind of spent it on perfume this year, so yeah. But anyway, nothing wrong with luxury bags. Like, I still love them, do not get me wrong. I just didn't buy any this year. So I did buy a Coach bag, and I happen to really love it. And this is the Parker that I've shown y'all so many times at this point. And I had to mention this not only because I love the bag, but I really just wanted to mention Coach as a whole. It's like a rediscovery. It's not a new brand to me at all, but it's something that it's a brand that I have not shopped at in years. So I just am super happy with the items that I picked up from Coach this year. And I picked up, I think, 3 bags from them. Or no, 4 bags from them this year, and this one I think is my favorite, and it's definitely the one that I carried the most and kind of started me looking at Coach, honestly. I came across this bag kind of on a whim, looking on the internet, and that's kind of what re-sparked my interest in the brand. So I had to mention the Coach Parker. I will link it down below. I know it goes in and out of stock quite a bit, so if you like it, maybe bookmark the link or whatever. If it's not available, it keeps coming back. So yeah, love this bag. So the other bag that I got this year that really just knocked my socks off and I used way more than I expected to is none other than my Nike fanny pack, and I think it's called a Heritage Hip Pack if I remember correctly. But this bag just came in and stole the show. I bought this initially to wear to work out, like when or not necessarily work out in, but like when I would go on walks, I like to have my like keys and stuff on me. Or if I went on jogs, which I didn't do that much of this year, but I did do some of it. I like to have my stuff on me, or just to take my kids to the playground. This is like the easiest thing. And so I bought it for that reason. I do have my Gucci fanny pack and I still love it, but I have to be honest, I don't wear it as much now since I got this. And it's not that I like this more, I just feel like this is easier and more appropriate for a lot of situations. So for instance, sometimes I felt slightly pretentious wearing my Gucci fanny pack to the playground with my kids and getting all dirty. Like, well, I'm not really getting dirty, but the kids are out there running around and stuff. And I just felt like sometimes it kind of drew too much attention. Like, who am I? Why am I wearing a Gucci fanny pack to the playground? Like, sometimes you just don't want the attention. I don't mind a little attention, but I'm not the type of person who likes to be the center of attention in every room. So I'll just say that. But I do still love that fanny pack. I just think that this works for so many more occasions than the Gucci one does. But I still love both. But the Gucci is not in this video because I got it in 2019. This one I got in 2020, and I just love it. It's big. I thought that would be a problem for me, but it actually works because I can fit like basically a whole purse's worth of stuff in here. Like, this is a big fanny pack, but it doesn't look humongous when it's on you. So I love this. I know this print is not available anymore, but I will link the fanny pack down below if you're interested. Another fashion item that I really got into this year were joggers, and this pair of joggers has been my favorite. Y'all have seen me wearing these because I wear them literally all the time. But these are some camo joggers. I got these from Old Navy, and I actually have another pair of Old Navy joggers. I think it's just the same type of jogger, just a different print, and both fit well. I just love the way these look on me, and they're comfortable, and I just feel like it's I don't know, it makes me feel nicer than wearing like workout leggings out somewhere. I feel like these are just more appropriate and still super comfortable. And I don't know, you can kind of like dress them up if you want. Like, I don't wear them dressed up because honestly I bought these just to wear around my house and to run errands in. But I've seen people dress up joggers and they look really cute. So I feel like it's a really versatile item, and I'm super happy that I finally found a pair that worked for me, because previous to buying this pair, all the joggers I ever tried on they didn't look right on my body shape because I'm so like bottom heavy, and some of them just look so tight and then others look so big. Like, you know, if I went up a size, it's like, it looked like I was wearing hammer pants or something. So these fit my body pretty well, and that's why I had to mention them in this video. So now on to the super random lifestyle stuff that I have to share with y'all. And I gave y'all that forewarning because the stuff is super random. So let's just start out with one of the random things in here, and that would be these glasses. So I'm just drinking water out of here, but in 2020, I learned how to appreciate the little everyday luxuries, and so I switched out a lot of my glassware, and these glasses have been a favorite. So these are like now my everyday glasses. I have this, and then I have like a taller water drinking glass, which I typically would have like 2 kinds of drinking glasses. That's just, I don't know, that's just what I do. So this is technically, I think, a whiskey glass or old-fashioned glass, but I use it for water. Or I don't drink juice, but my husband uses it for juice, and I just love it. It just makes me feel so fancy when I drink out of this. I can't link this because I got it from Home Goods, but I'll try to, if I find something similar, I'll link it down below. But check out your local Home Goods because I got a pack of these for like $12.99. I think it was like a 6-pack, and they are really like high quality glasses. They look really nice and they look expensive, and I don't know, they just make my everyday drinking experience a little bit nicer. The other glassware that I've really enjoyed this year is this wine glass, and I did show this on the favorites before, and it's still a favorite of mine. I got this from Amazon. It came in a 2-pack. I broke one of them because that's what I do. And yeah, I really love it. I do have other wine glasses like that I've had for years, and I really just started to pull those out and use them instead of just letting them sit. No more saving my really nice glasses for special occasions. I use them now, and this glass kind of made me start doing that. When I ordered this glass from Amazon, I mean, I know it's Amazon, but it looks really nice and it looks really classy, and I feel very fancy drinking out of it. And so when I ordered this and started drinking out of it, that made me really just want to pull out my nicer glassware that I've gotten for like wedding gifts and all that, and just use them a little bit more often. Now, I'm not using them to drink water out of every day because I still want to kind of feel slightly fancy when I use them, but I am using them more, and it's just, I don't know, I've just started using more of my stuff instead of just letting it sit. So this wine glass is a definite fave, and it's huge, y'all. It is huge. Like, I think an actual glass would just be filled to here. If you're just drinking a glass of wine, it would come to here. So if you get this glass, don't fill it up to here unless you're trying to get slizzard. I don't know. What's the word? Yeah, fill it to here. Fill it to here. Take my advice for it. Don't fill it to here. So speaking of wine, I did have a favorite wine brand that I discovered this year, and it is the McBride Sisters. Now, unfortunately, I've drank all the wine, so I don't have a bottle to show you guys, but I have shown this wine company so much on Instagram that I'm sure I'll be inserting some pictures somewhere around here. And I love the wine. Not only do I love the taste of the wine, I love the marketing for the Black Girl Magic wines. I love the name of that, and I love that they are a Black owned winery. So if you're looking to try a Black owned winery, check them out. So speaking of wine, I do have a favorite wine company that I discovered this year, and that would be none other than the McBride Sisters wine. The first time I came across their wines, I saw a Black Girl Magic Rosé at Target, and I got it, and I love the taste of the wine. So that's number one. The taste of the wine is excellent. I've tried probably about 4 different varieties of their wine now. I really love the sparkling rosé as well. I actually drank some of that for New Year's, but of course it's gone. But overall, I just really like the company, and I love supporting a Black owned vineyard. So yes, definitely check out the McBride Sisters. Not only are they Black owned and woman owned, but they are also delicious. So check them out. I am looking to try some other Black owned wine brands here in 2021. So if you have any suggestions, definitely leave them down below. But in 2020, I was all about McBride Sisters. The next favorite that I wanted to talk about is my Keurig K-Cafe. So I got this coffee machine earlier this year, and I've been like a coffee lover. Like, that's not new. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Like, but I had a different type of Keurig before, and it started giving me problems. So I switched to this one, and I really like it because I'm able to make my lattes with it. And what I like about it is that you can make lattes using regular coffee. You don't have to buy espresso. I do eventually want to get a full-on like espresso machine, but I'm not really ready to drop $1,000 on one. So, you know, I'm waiting that out. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that'll be in my future at some point. But as of right now, I'm not really ready to spend the kind of money that I would need to spend to get that type of espresso machine. But this one is working out really well for me, and I've gotten a ton of use out of it, and I've enjoyed like coming up with my own drinks. Even if they don't come out good, like I still like trying them out and just, you know, playing around with it. So I know that the Nespresso machine is pretty popular right now here on social media, and I toyed around with getting one of those, but I'm glad I picked up this one because I've gotten a lot of use out of it, and I don't have any regrets. So yes, the Keurig K-Cafe is a fave. So the last 3 things that I want to talk about, I need to be quick about because my battery is dying, but they are like things that I did this year that were new to me. So the first thing that I wanted to mention is a TV show that I've gotten into this year, and it has about 4 or 5 seasons. So I'm not a binge watcher, so it takes me a long time to watch these seasons, but the show I'm talking about is none other than Schitt's Creek. I love Schitt's Creek. If you like shows like Curb Your Enthusiasm, then check out Schitt's Creek. It's on Netflix. I believe it came on the channel Pop or something like that, but now it's on Netflix, the entire run of the show. And it's just really been very joyful for me to watch that this year. And my husband and I watch it together, and it's just something that is like a lighthearted show. I honestly didn't watch a lot of heavy shows this year because life has just been too heavy. So I prefer to watch things like Schitt's Creek and Housewives, but you know, I've watched Housewives for years. So Schitt's Creek is my new discovery of this year, and let me tell you, watch it. If you're not easily offended, watch it. Another thing that I got into this year was adult coloring. So this is my coloring book. This is my favorite one. I have 2 of them, but this is the one I prefer. And I like to use this with my markers. Right now I'm using the Sharpie fine tip markers. And this has just been a nice stress reliever. It's something I can do with my kids, so they'll color or do their little workbooks. And at the same time, I'll do my coloring book. And it's just like a nice activity that helps to take my mind off things. I can't even explain why. I guess it's because it's so tedious. But it just helps to kind of take your mind off things. Well, for me anyway. So there's one of the things I've colored. And then the last thing I want to mention is Audible. Now, Audible is not new to me, so this is kind of a cheat. But I feel like I rediscovered it this year and listened to a ton of books this year. So I just wanted to mention one book to you guys, just because, I mean, I don't know how many I've gone through in 2020, maybe like 20 probably, but if not more. But the one I wanted to mention has really stood out as a favorite, and it's called The Wives. And it's by Taryn Fisher, and it was just a really good book. I'm not gonna tell you about it, but because I don't wanna like give you any spoilers, but if you like psychological suspense, which is typically what I like to read, then check that book out. Check Audible out, because it gives me time for reading. I used to like physically read, but I honestly don't have that much time to do it anymore. I don't wanna make the time to do it. And Audible just helps me do it passively. So I will listen to my books while I am driving, when I'm cooking, when I'm watching TV with the kids and they're watching some silly kid show. I'll listen to Audible in the background, and it's just really helped provide some entertainment this year when I was spending a lot more time at home. Also listen to it while I was cleaning, which I feel like I'm always cleaning. So I love Audible, and definitely think you should check it out if you have not already. So that was it for my favorite discoveries of 2020. If you make YouTube videos, please leave your video down below if you've done one of these. I would love to watch it when I get a chance. If you don't make videos, let me know down below what's your favorite discovery of 2020. I'm always looking to try new things. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for supporting me over this past year. My subscriber count has really grown. I know I have a small channel, but it's definitely grown this year. So I hope that it continues in that fashion in 2021. And I just want to thank you guys for all the constant support. And even when I wasn't being consistent, you guys still supported me, still came back and watched my videos when I did make them. So I hope to continue to be more consistent in 2021. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye.